Hello and welcome to another quick update about Cardano. Cardano also in line with Bitcoin yesterday had a bit of a move up. Yeah, we saw here two fairly strong green candles. After Cardano broke out of this continuation pattern here, this triangle that we talked about to the downside, we expected some volatility after the volume had reduced. And yes, we saw some additional volume. We saw some additional volatility. The price continued to move down and then, however, hit here support at 87.7, previous swing low, previous swing high in sort of that region here. There was a bit of support and resistance and then turned around here, had a chance to turn around. Sorry, a lot of buyers stepped in. Also with Bitcoin, we saw that yesterday, but also Bitcoin didn't really make a higher high. So also Cardano here stays way below the higher, an opportunity to make a higher high. That would have happened here at around 98.7. It hasn't managed to get there. It did, however, move above this swing low at 91.5 cents. Yeah, so that was an important level here because this was the swing low of the triangle. This was obviously, or could have been, resistance, and I think, let's take a look. I think on the shorter time frames, has it been resistance? Doesn't actually look like it. No, it just moved through, so it didn't even retest it. It didn't even care about that resistance on the 1 hour. So it was fairly weak resistance, yeah. And we have been moving above it. And however, the price is still below. Now the next resistance would be this one here. This sort of, where we actually retested it already. You can see it actually. That we came all the way up to 95 cents. And if you extend the support level of that triangle, then you can of course see that we retested it with a wick here. That is, for now at least, bearish. Yeah, and at least as long as the price is staying below this ascending trend line, it of course doesn't really have a chance to move much higher. So at some point here, it needs to either break above it or turn around now. For now, we have a bit of indecision here going on. So it is really hard to say what's gonna happen next because we had the retest, yeah, and we have a bit of a green candle with a long wick to the upside, rather a bit bearish, but this is only the 4-hour chart, so we are here between that support level now at 91.5 cents and that resistance level of that triangle. Okay, so we now need to see how the market is reacting. We also see with Bitcoin that there is a bit of indecision going on, just hovering below resistance. Same thing here with ADA. What I can tell you, if ADA manages to get above that ascending trend line, the next resistance is already here around the corner. That is the 97 cent level. That is the 61.8% Fibonacci retracement level of the whole move, yeah, of the whole large wave of Cardano. Yeah, so if we go to the daily, you can see this whole wave here, 1 and 2. This is the Fibonacci retracement, 61.8 of that whole move. And above that, also very important, two levels. Yeah, we've got here the 98.7 cent level. That is the swing high of this wave, yeah, of this pattern here, of the triangle. And above that, we've got the $1.01 level. That is the swing high here. So these are all, there's a bit of a cluster of resistance above Cardano now, and therefore it wasn't great that it moved below it. It makes it just much harder to, yeah, again, move higher. Personally, I don't think this was the low yet. I think what we are doing here is a little bit of a recovery after quite a strong drop here in the last week and also yesterday. It doesn't look too bullish. Of course, things can change suddenly in the chart, and then of course I have to change my view as well, and we'll let you know. For now, for me, this is looking still rather bearish, at least as long as we are still below the 61.8% Fibonacci level. If we move above that, that would be a first bullish sign, but really to continue an uptrend or to get back into an uptrend, what Cardano would need to do, it would need to move above that $1.01 level. I think this is a very crucial level. Yeah, it is still below that. I think this is one, obviously psychological as well, $1. This is one where Cardano needs to move above. Let's take a look at where Cardano found support here. It actually found support at the 78.6% Fib level of that move. Quite a strong reaction. So reacted again to a Fibonacci level here. And yeah, this is just something that is worth keeping in mind. Use the fibs, and this is obviously any fib level, the 61.8, 78.6, in such a strong retracement, they can provide good support and even lead to a bounce, and that is what happened here. That is really everything I can tell you about ADA at the moment. A little bit of yeah, as I said, indecision going on, and maybe this is just continuing to be a pattern. I mean, there was a breakout out of the triangle, but you could even argue we are back in the pattern, and this could just develop now as a descending triangle, which again would be a rather bearish continuation pattern. Again, there is never a guarantee that this is going to break out like that, but more likely than not, you would, especially in a downtrend, have a descending triangle break to the downside. And interestingly, on the 4-hour chart, you can see the candles here, but on the daily, you see this only as a wick, and therefore a perfectly viable and valid descending triangle. Okay, so hopefully you liked the update about ADA. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then check out the channel membership, and also make sure you follow us on Instagram and Twitter. And for both, you can find the links in the description. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.